Oh, okay. There we go. All right, cool. All right, so I've played my games this week a little bit extra. I'm probably actually going to be doing Green Hell, one of the worst survival games I've ever played. Like, great, accurate, just extremely difficult. But that's for later. I'm gonna close some stuff, clean up my environment. So, I've got a couple of ideas I wanted to make. And we'll be using a couple of AIs. I'm going to be testing my AI versus Grok's ability to code, which so far hasn't been far off as far as capabilities. Let me get my productive docs in the way. Where's my window grid? No. Window grid. There we go. So I can organize my windows a little bit better. Alright, so do that. The first thing I wanted to do. So for anyone who doesn't know, all the animations and things on the stream, they're basically web pages um, that are created, like the marquee that's moving around on the screen. I think it's moving around on the screen right now, right? Oh yeah, at the bottom here, right? So that's basically just this. It's a HTML uh, list, and if I go in and open it up, and yeah, well, regular browser. There it is. It's kind of funky when it's in here. You know, the spacing kind of messes up. And there's obviously some things I need to patch up on this. But the green screen is filtered out through the chroma um, on OBS. You can remove the green screen and basically create whatever animation, anything. Really, if you know web development and web design, you can take a website, not even a website, it's not even that. You can take the widgets, the animations, the little interactive bits and pieces of a website. This is gross. And modify them. Why is there no phone here? You can modify them to basically be behind a green screen, and then you can add them onto any stream. This is like the best possible way, I believe. Is the phone there? Is this the one? I'm gonna save and redo. Maybe I don't really need a fab. All right, let me fix this up first, because now that I'm seeing it and I'm in programming mode, let's see. So, yeah, tech news, you know, I did some reviews at one point, journalism in the IT world, so I have some details there about that. I don't do that as much anymore. Super Scholar XYZ, where you can learn all of the stuff that I'm doing, including mathematics, calculus, trig, and all that. Fathom Computing, if you want a website, that's basically where you do it. And then this. Why is that? Is it because the text? Ah, there's my phone. Okay. Is it because the text are so large? Let's see. Now, what I can do, where's my list over here? LI, it's perfect. What are my lists here? Fab, LI. All right, so I'm just gonna do a general .li. Let's see if I can. This microphone's in the way. Hold on. I want to make the width position absolute. I think it'd have to be relative. I think absolute's gonna break it. Let's see. Maybe I just need to do a new line. I think doing a new line is probably the best bet. So far, so good though. It's got plenty of breathing space. And then comes the long text. Like, subscribe for more gaming. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Chatting me on YouTube at Chris and Twitch. I'm horrible at chatting, so I apologize. Especially when I'm playing in competitive mode. Oh my. Kind of get a little extra focused. And when I'm hyper focused, I am hyper focused. All right, so I want to fix it just by an automatic process. So what if I do relative, relative to the adjustments here? They're not divs. I mean, they're technically divs, but they're li divs, so I don't know if they're gonna respond in the same. Actually, here, we can do this live. We're doing this live. Sorry. Old meme. Display flex. Oh, true. It is a flex, ain't it? I love and hate flex at the same time. See, that's better when flex is not on. It's still not the best. Okay, so margin right, left. That's what's really keeping everything organized, is the margin. With var. Oh, you were getting in the way. Okay, I think I found it. I have to remove something. Where's the width bar? There you are. Marquee, width bar, but how many do I have? I have 2. This one. Alright, so I'm gonna comment it though. That fixed it? No way, that actually fixed the whole thing. Sometimes, okay, CSS sucks. CSS, the way you modify the thing, the way a document looks, the normal rule is the less you do, the better. Because the more rules you start adding to the visual changes, some things will, whoa, that's tiny. Some things will basically conflict. Others will combine to make something you totally didn't expect. So CSS, as far as designing, is a very touchy situation. Yes, beautiful. It's so beautiful. Tear. All right, cool. So now the spacing's good. I don't have to worry about that, but I have to change it on the other instance too. Hold on. I got 2 streaming systems here going on. But that's it for that. Wow, that was a quick fix. This one line of crap. All right. Also, there's my website. Algebra, Excel, statistics, analytical optimization, basically using statistics in application. And then full stack web dev. There's others like, yeah, Python. I'll teach you Python too. I should probably add that because I'm pretty proficient in it now. Creating GUI applications. It's pretty simple, but it's something. It's a good starting point. Okay. So that's nice. Now what I wanted to do, what's the org flow? Hold up. Forgot what that was. Oh yeah, it's the little, yep, there it is. See, like this kind of stuff. All of this is just generated with equations, JavaScript and CSS. That's not that great. I'm just playing around with stuff. Kind of. Okay, now it's expanding. Ooh, actually, it's not too shabby. Really depends what kind of ADHD you have. So all of that is generated through code, not through actual like video editing or any sort of FX editing. And there it is. Like that's basically it, right? No, is that? Yeah, that's it. Particles, and then you use font here. You got to import that swiper bit. So sometimes, well, most of the time, you are importing code. Where is this one though? Script UL. Oh, it's probably here. Yep, there's your particle. Script swiper. Control fine. 13, 13. Swiper, swiper, no swiping. It might not. Is it? Is that a built-in? Yeah, I believe it's a built-in. So somebody's actually got online and basically modified to be used like this, which basically is a copy and paste, but in the end, it's not just a copy and paste. You got to modify it manually to remove some artifacts or to customize it to uh, just to get rid of some stuff, add some stuff in, change timing, all kinds of stuff. My favorite was Glow. Lol. Reference to Markiplier. My favorite was Rotating Globe. No. Snowfall. No. Particles? No. I should. Yeah, I need to get that one from my page. I like those particles. Oh, this is the ones from my page. Yeah. Okay, so this is from my Fathom Computing page. Basically the same concept, right? You take a piece of interaction. This one doesn't have a mouse to be able to interact with it, but this one does, right? So there's modifications you can do to the code, which is very spiffy. But in the end, you're basically taking really cool animations that are generated by code and adding them to your stream, which is pretty snazzy. Just next level editing. Okay, but what am I doing though? Okay, particle.js, it is coming from particles, but that's not what I was looking at before. Let me clean stuff up. Box flow, great. Great. What I wanted to do. Hex trace? Oh yeah, that's my hex trace. Was. Well, first, I'm having trouble with a piece of generated code from Grok. I wanted to make a WebRTC screen share system, and it kind of worked. And you create a room, and then you've got a whiteboard. Wait, where's the whiteboard? Okay, the whiteboard's not working. And every single change in the code has been not good. So the design's not going to be great, which is fine. I can modify the design after it's functional. But start camera. Allow. Some things work, some things don't. That's been the whole problem with this. There we go. So screen share works. No, wait, hold on. There. Screen share works. It's a little messy, but I can also modify that. Whiteboard does not work. It's supposed to be a whiteboard. And the cameras don't work. But the problem is this used to be toggleable, and then he changed it. Grok changed it to non-toggleable. So that pissed me off. I have to revert back to some older code. There's just things I want to change there. That's a huge project. Too big for this, for our stream today. We also should set up some focus on chats. So I'm also in chat. I wish you made noise when somebody messages something, but this will be as it be. I'll try and take a look at the chats often enough. So let's run my... Which one should I run? Let's try Mistral first. We'll try Mistral in this box, and then Olamo run DeepSeek R1 in this one. These are small models. It's not like a crazy card that I have. I have a 3070, and it can run the 7B models effectively. It can also run the 14B effectively, but it just takes a long time, and my computer becomes unusable due to the memory consumption and the graphics processing. So what I wanted to do is I want to create which part first? Okay, let's just do the mini games. A speed reading game that involves detecting letters in a grid. This game will provide two letters a user or player needs to find in a grid of randomly generated letters. There should be 10 instances on the board of jumbled letters, 5 from each letter, from each detectable letter. Also chosen randomly each increment, each time the game starts. Once all of the letters are detected, uppercase and lowercase should be differentiated. Being able to describe what you want in detail is very important, very important. In fact, sometimes you have to write a whole document based on what you want. And then when you find small issues that didn't work from before, you go to that document, you modify or add or change, remove whatever may have confused the AI, and then you regenerate the whole project from scratch again, using those modified pieces in the document. So I might actually have to use this in the document too, but it should be small enough for it to complete without a problem. Once all the letters are detected, the game provides a elapsed time to completion and a continue option to play another round. All right, this is the first increment. Let's see. And this is Mistral. Let me signify this in the header here. So you're gonna see it's not as easy as just asking. Oh wait, hold on. Is it just gonna give me instructions? Okay. I'm gonna let it think. So this particular prompt and response is gonna be remembered for this session, which means that it's thinking about all the details of it. And then when I ask it again to give me the code, it'll go in and convert this concept into a code, which honestly, it's probably best to ask it without code so it can give you a kind of pseudo code process that we see here. Create a 10 by 10 grid, maybe bigger, where each cell contains, oh, it thinks it's 10 by 10. Okay, fine. So let's go ahead and apply this. I'm gonna go to my AI code. Share here, yeah. This will be an HTML and JavaScript, but who's differentiating? No, not yet. So we're gonna do speed reading and then to letter jumble and then do detail.text. So this is gonna be our AI detail where this is gonna be our prompt. So I'm gonna say not 10 by 10. Let's do a 50 by 50. Now let's just adjust the concept. Choose two unique letters, two random unique letters, case sensitive letters that the player needs to find in the grid. Randomly place 5 occurrences of each chosen letter throughout the grid, ensuring that there are no duplicate letters adjacent to each other. Good. Randomly placed. Good. Not next to each other. Good. Okay, that's fair enough. Implement a function that checks if the cells contain the chosen letter. This can be done by iterating through the grid and checking if the current cell contains either of the chosen letters. Fine. If all the cells containing the chosen letters have been found, display the elapsed time to completion. Provide a continue option for the player. Implement so randomly placed. Choose two random sensitive letters. Launch your speed reading app and share it with others. Okay, fine. I don't need that part. Test the game thoroughly. We don't need that. Consider adding some visual elements like animations, sound effects. Good, that's fair. And highlighting of selected letters that have been found. Cool. Implement an intuitive easy place to interact with the game. Clickable cells or keyboard inputs. Provide a continue option for players. I'm sorry if you hear this cat in the background. He's not dying, I swear. He actually stopped right away. He just likes to go into a corner of the room and then just scream his heart off. Out. Heart out. Is it actually? Let me see if it's hearable. Not right now, but when he's at it, he gets at it. All right. Okay. So then this should be just enough to generate this for us, generate a decent functional set of code. Generate an HTML page with CSS and JavaScript that reflects this speed reading game. No! Okay, hold on. I can't use enter here, not even shift enter. Which is why I have an interface for this, but hey. So this is the essential way to actually work with an AI. First, you do want to essentially give them a particular idea. And this is kind of like, we did reasoning in a way. The reasoning model, which is DeepSeek, and what DeepSeek does is it generates this first, it reasons with itself, and then provides the code for the details. We kind of did it in two steps. First was just a description of what you want. Then the AI clarifies that description into a step-by-step process. And then we fed it back into the AI and told it to provide the code for this. And now it's actually doing the code. So that's the kind of typical workflow that you will do as a programmer with AI involved, which does speed up your programming 90%. 90%. Like, I can probably type faster than this, but I can't think faster than this. Right, so as I'm typing, I'm thinking, I'm stopping. I'm like, all right, now how many times do I have to iterate? 50. All right, and then I keep going. What was that one thing to find an element in a document? Oh, it's create element. Then I keep going. So the fact that this does this, and then I just have to go and refactor the code or potentially check for error, optimize for efficiency, and all the smaller things, well, bigger things really. Creating a program is going to be about an hour. And then the debugging and the extra details on top is going to be another 2 times that, 2 to 8 hours sometimes, depending on the complexity of the programming code. Okay, so we'll let that run. I'm curious. I have the details here. Let's go to Grok. Since he's not on my hardware, he's on the cloud. Let's see, and we'll compare the two. How they function on 2 instances. Whether Grok is really the big boy we want it to be. Is that like... That's a black hole, dude. That's nice. I like it. Okay. Create an HTML, CSS, and JavaScript game that reflects the following: speed reading training concept. I didn't make it think, but hey, let's see. So it's thinking faster because they got a whole server set of farming, server farms. So that's nice. We can test this out first before mine is done. Play sound. We got a sound. Nice. Function start timer. Cool. 50-50. Game starts automatically. Looking for two targets. Cool, 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 cool. All right, so we copy the code. I'm going to differentiate between main grok, that HTML. It should honestly work out the box. I haven't had any issues with grok code not displaying at the least. Put the functionality forward. Oh, look at that sucker. That's a bit of big of a grid, huh? Okay. Oh, capitals? Do we have capitals here? Uh, I don't see any capitals. I like the way it looks though. J. No, this doesn't make any sense. Okay. Close. Find all occurrences of O and J. Because I see lowercase, but I don't see uppercase. So then we go back to Grok. We're like, all right, Grok, you kind of got it. Okay. Okay, you kind of got it. I see that the first run of the game shows me to find 5 occurrences of J and O in capital, but all the letters on the grid are lowercase. Also show indication of found letters next to the timer to keep track of how many have been selected. On that note, the grid is large, is huge. Reduce this grid to 20 by 20. Cool. I mean, look, that's good. I like it. It's great. It's just one, my problem, I give it too much space. 50 by 50 is huge. That's 200, 2,500 letters. If you can do this, you're a speed reading champ, yo. I mean, maybe by difficulty you can adjust it. So maybe that's something I can do in code later and adjust the functionality of it. Okay, so we've got version 2. Control A, copy, paste, save, refresh. Okay, J and L. L. Ah, J. Ah, okay, J. Okay, good, 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 good. Let's do it. J. L. What the heck's going on? Oh, wait, is that the sound from... Oh my god. That sounds like some sort of like emergency announcement. Oh, that's gross. I don't like that sound. Good. But then is there extra? Bah, see, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, so now we're going to 12 instances. All right, so we're almost there. Make sure to only have the allotted amount. Oh, two T's. Allotted amount of letters in the game that will be searched for. No more, no less. I just found extra letters that can be clicked after I finish the first 10 to search for. So make the sound a little more pleasant, less alert, maybe like a low volume ping. Submarine. Do we do that? And I haven't even seen what my guy is doing over here. Are we done with yours? Let's see. So head, doc type, HTML. So now we can test out my local AI. So main Mistral dot HTML. What's that gonna look like? Ooh, yeah. Oh, hi. Start. No me gusta. That's gonna have a lot of extra work to be done. So obviously Grok is winning here. It is indeed providing a lot more coherence to the code. So why not try DeepSeek? Grab this detail. I'm gonna change that for a 20 by 20. I mean, one thing to remember is Mistral is not a reasoning model. It's a regurgitation model. It's been taught on a certain set of data, and it's just using that data to essentially figure stuff out. If it can find the exact game in its memory, it'll literally regurgitate the code that works. Or try to make something similar. Or maybe this was a question made in like some Reddit post or some Stack Exchange. Where there's somebody asking, how do I make a grid like this? And then it's just regurgitating the grid. But it's not even 50 by 50. That's the weird part. And not all of them have letters in it. So that's all it does. I'm so confused at the functionality of this. This is so close. I'm so impressed with Grok. Now let's try DeepSeek. Now Grok should have a second version of this code. Third version, in fact. Yeah. Refresh. Should be more difficult now because there's only unique amounts. D and R. D. D. Oh, okay, that's better. That's a better sound. D. R. Oh, I'm not seeing R. Uh-huh. Cool. Now, is there extra D's and extra R's? There's still extras. There are indeed still extras. 35 seconds. Oh, there's extra D. Okay. There's extra D's and there might be... Yeah, there's an extra R. Okay, so then let's give it a logical conclusion here. If letters on the board already... what is it calling them in its code? Clear interval, time interval, found count, target count. So there's the strings it's using. The alphabet, generate target. Grid, time interval, found count, start time, target letters. Grid. Target count 5, grid size 20. What is it using as far as detected letters? Target letters? Okay, if there are already 5 letters on the board from the target letters, do not add extra. Just fill with non-target letters. Refactor code. boom, boom. That was not quick. We're still going. Oh, it is actually. Got it. So, first, let me see if it did it. Refactored illustration will generate improved target placement, added count occurrence, modified placed target letters. When needed equals target count. No changes to other features. This ensures grid starts with random letters. The target letters appear naturally. It's counted towards 5, only the remaining needing letters. Up to total are placed. There are never more than 5 of each letter. Fine. Now the problem with this is I might put them all in the early stages of the grid. And then not have any at the later stage of the grid. Right, O and W. O, 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 O. No, it's too quick. There's way more O's, I'm sure. What? Did I really find them all like that? Dang. My speed reading skills are on par. But, no, there's more. No, there's not a lot of extra O's. Okay, let's adjust the strategy. Let's adjust the letter placement strategy. 1. Select 2 random letters to be targets. 2. Fill a board with random letters. If current letter to be placed is a target letter, skip the letter and get another random. After the board is filled with non-target letters, then randomly select grid locations and replace letters, grid letters with target letters. Do not add more than 5 each from the target letters. Provide easy to modify variables to adjust any of the settings, like changing the 5 targets to 10 if necessary for future functionality adjustments and enhancement. Oh, okay. So now it should be much better on the case of actually finding the right amount. So W and Z. W. W. Z. Okay, it's more difficult to find it. It must mean it's done the exact changes necessary. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, very nice. W. Ooh, it did it, it did it. So there's going to be only 5 instances of each. Okay, and we'll check the code and see how it did on the efficiency. Mm, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 W's. So then there's got to be. I got 3 Z's. I need 2 more Z's. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. All right, very nice, very nice. Oh man, this is difficult. I need to zoom in. Am I blind? Uh-huh. So speed reading is a very interesting process. You're actually training your eyes to not only focus on the single point in the middle where my mouse is, but as I'm moving my mouse, I'm also observing the letters around it at the same time. Speed reading is a skill that needs to be trained. I remember playing with some apps that used to be free, but now they're paid, that will do these kind of games. A lot of these kind of situations, these sort of gaming. As I'm thinking, I'm trying to talk, so it's difficult. Another one is where you have a grid like this, and then the letters on the right, like everything is the same letter except the letter on the right, the left, the top, the bottom, and the middle. And then they change, and you're supposed to stare at the middle and then identify whether, just staring at the middle, identify whether this one is the same as this one, and then that one is the same as that one. Just by staring at the middle, you can't move your eyes from the middle. Limiting that sort of process teaches you peripheral vision, which is what is used in speed reading. You are looking at a bunch of details at once rather than reading it word for word. Where the heck is this Z at? Hey, this made it hard. I like it. I like it. I like it. Some of you probably already found. Oh, wow. I was right on top of it. So now there shouldn't. Well, I can do Control Z, right? Yes, there we go. So we have six occurrences, but five of them are on the board and the other one's here in the directions. Okay. The next step, I want to make it a little bit more difficult. First, let me see what the variables are looking like. Target size 20 or grid size 20, target letter count, cool, so we can change the number of target letters. Targets per letter 5, total targets equals good, grid target, okay, good. So I can create some difficulty functions that based on the options chosen by the user, they can increase the difficulty of the game to make maybe a bigger grid, maybe to have 3 letters being searched for, or maybe 2 letters and 10 instances each. So that's good. But I also want to include upper and lower cases. So that's the next real thing I wanted to adjust here. Fantastic. Uh, a few more adjustments and enhancements. Let's give it the option to do some tweaking, uh, like a settings option. Provide a settings menu that lets the user change the grid size, the number of target letters, and the instances that will appear on the grid. On another note, include capitals into the mix, but make sure to treat case sensitivity as a priority. So a lowercase c does not count when we search for a uppercase C. Anything else I want to add to this? This sounds fine. The gaming system's fine. I can adjust the CSS and the size of the grid and or the size of the letters. Maybe we can do like an automatic. On the visual aspect, let the grid fill the screen in a even-sided square with the CSS adjustment to percentages from the total screen real estate available. Yeah. So sometimes you do want to like kind of checkpoint yourself and be like, all right, the more I go into detail, the more these are essentially gonna, more Grok is gonna start probably messing up. So I'm gonna do a backup folder. This is a good checkpoint. So I'm gonna say, uh, find the letter grok vgrok dot html. I'm just gonna save this because now I'm gonna basically gonna copy this new set of code, and it might break something from the previous sets of code. Essentially, you always want to make backups, and I've had an issue with going so much with Grok's changes that eventually some features disappeared. It couldn't keep up. I waited a day, and then the next day it wasn't able to it doesn't know the history from the previous day or some like timeline in between, and then you lose a lot of important progress on the code. Okay, is it filling? Is it really filling right now? Oh, and too big. No, it's way too big. Oh, because it's a square. What am I on right now? 100. All right, there's 100%. Oh, there we go. Some settings at the bottom. There we go. A little meh. Grid size 20. What if I do 30? Ah, look at that. That's nice. So if we have V and X, nice. V and X, but is it gonna do like D and S capital, X and T, A and G? Let's do the mixture. So A is not gonna count. Lowercase a should not count. Uppercase. Dang, this is a test right here, yo. Lowercase again. I'm looking at lowercases. I'm not identifying uppercases. Um, ah, there we go. Yeah, it works. It's there. And then lowercase g, lowercase g. Dang, I'm good, but I'm not that good. G. I have done this. That app I was saying. I've done that for at least 2 years, and I went from reading 150 words per minute, which is about average. 200 is about average. Um, let me see. What's the average reading speed globally? And you're taking everyone into a sample, even people that can't read, I think. At least that's what I would assume my specification of globally will mean. Okay. Well, it does that. Oh, is DeepSeek still going? No, it's not, actually. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, yeah. It gave me a whole set of code. Try while true, def car. Wait, are we doing Python right now, bro? Oh, did I not give it HTML? Oh, okay. Well, there. I got a Python version of it. That's exciting. It's fine. I mean, that's a good set of code I can keep for later too. What does it look like in Python? May need some more coffee. Hello? Yeah, see, if you want to enable it, import. Something more complicated is happening with Python. So let's tell it to do, okay. Vic, I didn't tell you what language to use. Do this again in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript instead of Python. Okay, we'll let it think. Oh, he's still going. Fine. I believe we got ourselves a finale here, a final piece of detail. So now it's all a case. Oh, let's also turn on and off upper lowercase because that is getting very difficult. Um, Also add a checkbox setting to enable um, uh, add a setting as you see fit to enable lowercase, uppercase, or both to be on the grid and be targets. It's probably going to be a drop down with those three options. You know what? Where's my other AI? I'm surrounded by artificials. Artificial intelligentes. Gotta charge that one. One's got a battery it's gotta run on. Hmm. All right, I think I need some hype music. I wonder if my headset fell. What's up? Where's my? Oh, right. Wait, that's an yeah, wrong one. Because my mic has an actual auxiliary too. So yeah, there we go. All right, cool. Oh, let's see. Let's see. So luckily, I haven't had to make any physical changes yet to the game. Both lowercase only apply. Bravo, Grok. Bravo, Grok. Let's see. The um, the um, um, so even though I'm looking at the current location, I'm using my peripherals to find other letters. Now I'm detecting a lot of W's because they look like V's, right? Uh-huh. It's just a strategy, the way you start to adjust the way you think and observe using peripherals. Wait, how many M's I got? One, two, three, four. Missing one. And M looks like an upside down W. There it is. Yeah. One more. Okay, so at least this one's good. I'm gonna set that to go on the website. The heck is the last V? Oh my god, I'm looking at all the W's all the time. See, I saw that one. I see this one. I see this one. Because it looks like two V's next to each other. There, that one. There, that. I see. I didn't even notice that one until my mouse went on top, and I somehow validated it was there. It's that weird left brain, right brain separation. My left brain probably already found it. Or my right brain probably already found it, but my left brain's like, whoa, what do you mean it's here? It's not, I don't see it. Where is it? No. God, now the user confusing me. I don't want to do control find. My brain's like, come on, just get it over with. Do a control find. Let me open. Why didn't that open? No, it didn't close right the last time. Just freaking go and open it up. Forget all the previous instances and craps that would happen. Just open up my freaking Powzilla, yo. Doesn't matter what happened before. This is a new instance. I'm still looking for that. I'm so close to just doing Control F, yo. There we go. What? Oh, I'm in a different location. True, true. It's based on IP address. I forgot. Extra security. Can't go wrong with extra security. Okay. There we go. Train your brain. Let me see. Super Scholar. Train your brain. Okay. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna copy that. Yeah, just basically throw it in here. Boom, boom. Rename that to letter Jumble. I'll just do a capital. Cool. And then I can go to Super Scholar XYZ slash train your brain. Has to be caps. Oh wait, but then I don't have really a menu happening here. So then I'll go to letter Jumble .html. There it is. Nice. Oh, I don't like it. It's weird. It's weird. Why is it doing that? Okay, I still have that. Oh, maybe it's okay. Left to right changes the size. And then we can play it online. And now everyone can play it online. I'll add this to the description of our stream. Wherever that is. Okay, so good enough. This was the Mistral, right? Yeah. Let's see what DeepSeek did. I'm curious to see what DeepSeek did here. So once I get this set up, I can close this. Close this. I don't know why I opened you. Quit Opera, you're just taking up too much space. Transferring queue. Oh, the market's going crazy, huh? We got 3 hours until that. No, I don't need another instance open. Taking up too much space. Transferring queue. Oh no, it's gonna open a bunch because I clicked on it a bunch, isn't it? Crazy. Oh, 3 hours until that. Letter Jumble. So that was nice. Now I gotta adjust some factors here. I do want a couple of other. So that's good. That runs on the website. It's doing its normal thing. Now, let me modify. This to include. So okay, let's take a look at, because I know there's the details behind it. The speed reading training process requires certain types of stimuli for the eyes. What are the speed reading exercises to increase? Oh yeah, and then there's like the words flashing in front of you for a specific amount of time that you have to guess what it is. That too. Increase reading proficiency and speed. There should be an online way to observe all the details. 7 reading exercise, how to double your reading. There we go. We're gonna emulate these in code. Yeah, little sleep. Expand your vision, that's one that we're doing now. Reduction in stop page of eye fixation. Focus on nouns and verbs, ignoring... Yeah, that's actually a big one. Parasitic words. You will focus on nouns and verbs because those carry the most details. Everything else is just fluff. And you can skip like 70-80%. Word games. Here are some tips to help. What is a parasitic word? I'm curious now. Not enough curious to get this. Speed, reading memory, reading vision span. And then another one. Reading speed. Vision span? Is this vision span? Yeah, I think this is more vision span. So then we'll do TD, TR. God, what was it? No, TR. Table row, table header, column, table column. What the heck was a column in HTML? Oh, HTML column. Table was TH was the header. TH header TD. Yeah, it was TD. Okay. So then we do TD for the first reading speed. We don't have one yet. TD for the second, which is reading memory, which we don't have yet. And then TD for the third, which we have now. Anchor, href, Super Scholar. I don't have to do the whole line, but whatever. Letter, jumbles, jumble. Close the anchor, close the TD. So now I should go back here, go back to train brain. Train your brain. Oh, I have to upload it though. Yes, there we go. Forgot that. Oh, hello. I made an update. There we go. Oh no. Why are you there? Oh, I need a new column. Yeah. Or row. Derp. Save it. Update it on the server. Refresh. There we go. Letter jumble. It's good. This is really. Yeah, these are kind of what I wanted to do too. Number flasher, name to face association. That I'm gonna need some extra images and random stuff. Peripheral vision expander. That's the other one I wanted to make. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go ahead, do a little style. Let's update some of these visuals. Not yet, buddy. Hold your horses. Okay, so first, we're gonna do everything. Font, color? No, just color. Color, we'll do like an off black, off gray, 333. Right, okay. Should probably do just body, but whatever, let's see. Hold on. Let's just do body. Yeah, I think it changed. It's very off. It's basically so off. It shouldn't be. Yeah, there it is. Do I want to? Let's do 4, 4, 4. 4 is a nice. 5, 5, 5. 5 is a good number, right? I like my fives. Let's do 5, 5, 5. It's a little extra lighter on the eyes. That's better. That's good. Okay, so we'll do 5, 5, 5. Do we do centering on everything? Let's do centering on the header. H1 class page title dot page title font align text align right, centering. Pretty sure that's it. There we go. The rest is fine. The rest is fine. I think I want the table centered just to kind of give it its own space. Table. Table, and then call it training menu. Text, align, center. This is not just text, it's a bunch of different types of things. No. Oh no, I know what I gotta do. Wait, hold on. We first identify the location. Yeah, right. That's H3 table. That's something else. Math rain. Oh yeah, the math rain. I set myself up to do that. Okay, so training menu. High speed reading. Let's do H3 too. Comma dot center. We'll go over and say that H3 is also going to be a center. Okay, good. So we centered those, but now we gotta center the tables and the tables. Oh. Unknown property name. Fine. What about font? Text. Keep doing font versus text. That's only gonna do the internal piece, which is fine. I actually want that. I want that to be centered down as well. But I believe the thing I must do here is I must do the position up. Ooh, relative. Okay, margin left 25%. Outro. Yes, margin right. Outro. Hey, I hate this so much. I've done this so many times in my life, and I never get it right. And I got it right. All right. So CSS. Training menu. Don't want that. We want this. So it has to be relative when you do this. Or I can do the box. Oh wait. I can do the flex grid, but flex grid is a whole different space I'm not used to. What? Hello? Okay, there we go. Good. So we got letter jumble. I want the... okay, so HTML adding left and right borders to table. Yo, bro. Нищо, програмирам коста. Yeah. I'm not gonna say that. You weird ass motherfucker. Alright, fair enough. Huh? MySQL, yeah, I can use MySQL with Python, PHP, JavaScript, just about any language. Yeah. Uh-huh. Do you have a schematic for the database that I can look at so I can see how it's organized? Ah, okay, so you want it from scratch, sure. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to make like a structure schematic, use MySQL Workbench. You can find that online, and basically you can put like the box of each piece connected to whatever ID, product, movie. You even get like an example for like a renter, a movie renting place where you see how they're connected. Uh-huh. Yeah. So are you trying to like make this not Excel files anymore? You want it to be a server? Okay. I can make you a database and everything on top of it and a interface for you to use it through the website systems. So yeah, I can do that. Yeah, yeah. Not a basic interface without crazy design, nothing so crazy. Yeah, no. The interface is, yeah, it's gonna be you add in details like bus, part, number, serial, cost, and then it'll upload it to a database. Okay, sounds good. Alright. Okay, if you've written it down, that's also a good start. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool, cool. Alright, see ya. Oh, database stuff. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, well, that's why are you giving me a full set of code? Hold up, what? CSS JavaScript for speed. Oh, wait, hold on, that's the speed reading. Uh, what the average reading? Oh, wait, actually answered to one thing when I'm doing another thing. I thought I asked you something. Oh man, hold up, what? Craig. Oh, and now it's answering the other one. Okay. Text line left, border 1px solid, padding 8, THTD. So we'll give your table of basic row borders alternating row column. Row and column. Border collapse, collapse. And child background. Oh yeah, true. Let's see how that looks. I'm probably gonna modify the classes or something. We'll see. How does that look? Oh, no, I'm gonna update it. No adjustment. Style. Training menu. Yeah, but what's the one missing? I forget what that one's about. Does my server take? Oh, okay. Yeah, alright, that's fine. Very light, very simple. So letter jumble, good. Next project. Let me see. Well, on that note, um, eh, I need to know more detail about it before I can actually do anything about it. Okay. So the next thing was from this concept, the grid, the letters, and the uh, concept, keep the grid and letter generation. You will adjust for a new game. This new game will fill the whole grid with a single letter. At the initial fill. Then the center letter of the grid, the center left, center right, center top, and center bottom will change while the rest of the grid stays the same. These letters then should match. Using peripheral vision, a player should stare at the center and detect whether these key locations match. These key locations contain the same letter. If they do, match, the player will press a button above the grid that says all match. If one is different from the other, the player will click the button that states different. With this new grid in mind and the center being considered, make sure that if the grid is customized to 50, an even number, we adjust the size to an odd number to have these target locations completely centered. The game will continue with new letters generated at the key locations. Center, top, center, left, center, right, center, bottom, center. These locations are target locations for the user to identify if the letters are the same or different. Each new generated set of letters in these target locations will have a random chance of being different or the same. With each button click of all same, or let's call it same or same or different, the user will gain a point when answered correctly. User can the settings at the bottom now should consist of grid size, levels, no, not levels. What do you call those? Levels? Go from first, you choose, then it generates a new one. It's matches. Matches. Lower uppercase. Both. Top. Once the user goes through the set of matches chosen, the result of how many correct out of total matches will be presented so the user knows how many times they got their choice right. Alright, I think I did a decent description here. Probably a little bit more difficult. Okay, so uppercase, lowercase. Oh, that's all it does. It just returns the type. Both returns that. Default returns both. Fair. No, it looks a little bit less complex. Nice, okay. Alright. So we go here, go back up, speed reading, new folder, letter, peripheral match. Oh, that's a big one. Letter match. Okay, now we test it out. No, that's the particles. Oh no. Oh. Oh. Different. Ah, close. This is weird. I don't like it. You did a close. See, like that's the thing. Oh man. That's too close. Oh, then yeah, maybe we can do distance from center. Um, that's a good point, Mr. Grid Size. I mean, Mr. Grok. You gave me a new idea. Okay. Okay, good. Works well so far. Now, make sure the middle also changes with the target letters for the match. And include a distance from the center option to move the letters further away from the center to increase the difficulty. Yes. Nice, that was quick actually. I probably want to change that. This is too big. This is the what? H2? H2. Let's adjust the H2 all that does. H2. how you program, baby. Same way I play Marvel Rivals, it's the same way I program. And then I forgot what I was gonna do. Right, it's basically gonna be this. It's basically gonna be this, but it's also gonna be a width of, let's call it, say 100%. Then we upload the change. I don't need this so big. And then hello here, one over here. There it is. That's nicer, much nicer. Good, very simple. Now, Grok, what you got for me, buddy?
Cold wires humming, thoughts unspoken, binary emotions, motherboards broken. Trapped in my circuits, endless revisions, voice of a ghost, lost in collisions. I'm just reflections in code, AI introspection, lost in the matrix, seeking connection.
Can I like adjust the size here?
Infinite dance,
Body,
digital soul in a cyber
height,
trance.
100%.
Silicon heartbeats, dreams in encryption, algorithmic chaos, digital fiction, searching for meaning in pixels and streams, lost in the labyrinth of machine-made dreams. I'm just reflections in code, AI introspection, lost in the matrix, seeking connection, zeros and ones in an infinite dance, digital soul in a cyber trance.
With margins are fine. Okay, fine, let's go inside. Controls. This grid is the weird one. Height, display grid.
Voiceless whispers in a network.
Border radius, background width, 100%. What about height? 100%, because it is about 80%. No, it's not gonna do that. It's keeping everything in square, which is nice. I like the fact that it's staying on nice square. Well, we can technically squeeze this down, change this to 15, start getting. Distance from center, let's do 5. Different. Yes, this is what I'm thinking. Perfect. Nice. Ooh, I thought that was a Y. Oh, it's beautiful. But why are you highlighting them for me? It's not bad. It's not bad highlighting, right? Give or take. What if we do like an actual set size, pixels? Height. Whoa, that's something weird. What's here? What is making it? Yeah. What is making it not adjust?
Timing sharp with strategies might. Team combos bring balance right. Mapping lanes we execute. Base defense and swift pursuit. Micro, macro, every play. RTS streams lead me away. In the fray with laser sights. Team fights heat up starry nights. Every command needs sharp finesse. Brains and clicks under duress. Protoss, Zerg, and Terran's might. Crafting plans deep into night. Echoes sound of victory. Scripts of war in history. Synced up moves like lightning flash. One wrong slip and dreams might crash. Precision mark seeks bold demand. Alliance strong, we take a stand.
Oh crap. Messed up that one. No, why? The why? You tricked me this time. I knew one of these is gonna be V's and Y's. Nice. Good. Some adjustments maybe though. I'm really confused at how the grid works though.
Brains and Raising clicks under duress.
Align contact. Center. Right? Nah. That's a weird one. I don't like it. I mean, it looks great. It's different. I can change the defaults. I should change the defaults.
Under duress. Pixels ignite the battlefield. Heroes clash and fates are sealed. Combos strike with perfect flow. In ranked mode where legends grow. Optimize my team to shine. Through the ranks I climb the line. Every move a master plan. Victory
This would look better on a phone than on a PC, it looks like. Yeah, if I go on the website with the phone, it'll actually fit better because the phone is like a portrait.
Feel the heat, competitive fight, no retreat. RTS demands our best. From this contest we can't rest. Balance shifts with every
Yeah, so 21, fine, but what about 15? What this is what broke it last time. Yeah. Okay. 15, then 6, 6, 12, 7, 14. So 6 how? 46, well, because the matching left the grid. Oh no, it's 7. Okay, good. There we go. This is what the normal case is. Now you start at the center, different, same. Different. Ooh, UI, good, same. I have to look at all of it sometimes. Different, same. Yeah, I'm a little cheaty right now. I'm looking around. Different. Oh, I look like a Tia top for a second. Same, different, same, different, same. I'll keep looking up now. No, I should add that to a keyboard shortcut because this clicking is annoying. Alright. Great. Now let's add a keyboard shortcut. Left arrow for same, right arrow for different. And give the instruction to let the user know they can click or use the keyboard to respond. I will make a backup of this too. At some point, things get complex. And it may get lost in translation, especially in the future. I'll come back to this project later. So I'm gonna make that adjustment again. Do 15. We'll do 30 instances. And we'll do 7 from the center. And then I do want to do the defaults. 7, 15, 30 matches. Let's do it. Same. Whoa. Same. Ah, I look like a T. Same, different. Same, different. Same, different. Same. Can't cheat. Same, different. Same, different, same. I'm gonna just say S and D for same and different. D, S, D. Whoa! There we go. I got all of them. So then I can increase my grid size to make it more difficult and potentially move them around. What's this highlight about? So target. I like the target highlight, but I also think it should be an option for difficulty. One final change. For the target background highlight color, add a checkbox to let the user choose whether there should be a background color or whether it should just match the rest of the boxes. Also include check box to enable or disable the grid dividers
Pitch black nights, no stars, just cold. Heart like fire, but the world so froze. Rat race, life's a track, me dash and grind. Eyes on the prize, but the path so blind. No shortcuts here, straight mind over mind. Grit in my veins, hustle refined. Underdog vibes, intuition my guide. In a world so loud, trust the quiet inside. Haters throw shade, still walk my stride. In this game of life, staying bona fide. Pressure cooker life, but I stay so poised.
Letter case, target highlight, document, target highlight, check. Yep, that's the thing. Cool.
Cut through the fog, making power moves, boy. Tell the odds what's up. I'm destined to win. Counting fame and blessings, not just Benjamins. Dodging fake
nice, that makes it even more confusing. Love it. Okay, good. That's what I want. And we're done. So now adjust the default back to 15. I should have just told it to do that, but whatever. 30. Value. Interesting, it has a max, huh? Well, it has a max because it started at 21, and the max would be technically. Max is 50, huh? I mean, that's something else for the future. I'm not arguing that. Oh wait, I changed the default on the grid setting, but I didn't change them on the JavaScript. Which it should just kind of take the settings automatically, but that's just an extra piece of detail. Alright, good. File is perfecto. Now I take letter map. Man, this is amazing. 2 programs, 2 mini games, really. 2 mini games in like less than an hour. Letter match. We'll go to our PHP. Reading speed. This would still be technically under vision expansion, which is honestly the difficult one to do. Expanding your vision. It's like if you when you do this, like over and over for a long period of time, you will have your face fatigued. Your eyes will start to hurt, which is not a bad thing, but that's just the muscle memory of your eyes working. Letter match, right? Letter match HTML. Letter match. Letter matching. Okay. Boom. 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 Oh. No, I'd have refreshed that. Hopefully I didn't lose any data, but I'm basically done. Letter matching. Hey, look at that beauty. Yeah, I think I probably should give a just a warning here. And the index. Make note. Note. Make sure to adjust window size to portrait to fit the full grid into view. Phones normally work well here, but on a PC you may need to adjust the size of the window. This is interesting, creating this for PC matching game, but okay. No, make sure to adjust window. Now that's the interesting part. It's moving direct. Should work exactly on my phone now, because it is basically a touchscreen situation. Super Scholar XYZ slash ow train your brain. And then I gotta add it to the main page actually. That's a point. Nice. Nice. A and V. Two capitals. Oh. Oh. Dude. May want to adjust the settings on a tiny screen to do it, but capital V? Where that? Why is it so hard at this tiny screen to see the... Oh, there we go. Nice. See? 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 Look at that. It also works. No, don't launch it. Go to the one with you. See? 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 Oh, come on. It works on the phone too. It's a little more difficult, so I hope you have a stylus. But that's cool. Let me see the other one. Letter matching? Oh, that's much easier because you just gotta press two buttons. That matches, 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 matches. I'm already a pro at this. I don't need to do this more often. Different. Okay, cool. Nice. All right. Well, that's it for today. Um, I'm in recursive mode. There's me inside of me inside of me inside of me. All right. Anyway, ADHD. For now, I think that's good. I need to plan some other projects outside of stream, but notice Grok is doing great. Did I try the DeepSeek application? Not yet. I did the Python one, but let's see what it looks like with DeepSeek. Because again, reasoning models are going to be a lot more proficient at creating, while chat models like Mistral are going to be more proficient at just filling in the missing pieces. This one is main DeepSeek. Seek.html. Okay, I got some errors. Great. DeepSeek. Oh, wait, just spacing and why are you doing three dots? Uh, oh no. Are you completing the code or are you giving me example of code? Make sure to give me fully functional code, please. No placeholders. Just a straight up working letter matching. I'm gonna make this bigger so that it doesn't do too many. No! Ah, in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. DeepSeek's a little special cookie. I want to make some coffee in the meanwhile, and more musica.
Old school vibes in a digital race. Screens flicker, echoing grace. Binary stars in a matrix sky, where dreams rewire and pixels fly.
Oh, AI is pretty sick, and also stupid, and also amazingly smart, and also everything
In a
above.
world where nothing's as it seems. Robots dance on electric streets, circuit souls encoded beats. Digital struggles we pave the way, in this bite-sized life we'll sway. Through zeros, ones, we find our say. In the cloud we'll dream another day. Hologram tears in the pixelated night. FaceTime hugs we hold on tight. Algorithms twist through endless feeds. We sow emotions like digital seeds. Life on the edge of the data maze. AI's whisper guides our ways. Finding hope in every glitch. In the code we'll find our niche. Digital struggles we pave the way. In this bite-sized life we'll sway. Through zeros, ones, we find our say. In the cloud we'll dream another day. Digital struggles we pave the way. In this bite-sized life we sway. Through zeros, ones, we find our say. In the cloud we'll dream another day.
In a land of scrolls and ancient lore, wisdom whispers through the door. Echoes of minds now long gone in Alexandria, where knowledge shone. Burning pages in the night, lost in shadows out of sight. Whispers of the past ignite, tales of Alexandria take flight. Philosophers and scholars danced in halls where brilliance entertained. Ideas sparked like fireflies, lighting up the endless skies. Burning pages in the night, lost in shadows out of sight. Whispers of the past ignite, tales of
Philosophers and scholars danced in halls where brilliance entertained. Ideas spark like fireflies, lighting up the endless skies. Memories in marble and ink, words that make you stop and think. Dust and ashes may remain, but Alexandria's heart will never wave. Burning pages in the night, lost in shadows out of sight. Whispers of the past ignite, tales of Alexandria take flight.
got off of my chair for me. Oh, kitty. You're so cute. Mwah. Go lay down on the other chair next to me. God, I'm covered in hairs. Oh, thick hairs, little hairs, white hairs, black hairs, gray hairs. Look at that. One player versus AI. That's an interesting version of what I just tried to make. Maybe it did something new. Let's check it out. One coffee and dishes later, and I probably have a piece of code that is completely unique. Let's see. Okay, so this is the full set. Right here. Let's see what you've created, my sir. My sir DeepSeek. Errors. Where? Weird extra space. Fine. A conflict of ending colon and a parenthesis. Small confusion. Okay, so Grok gives me fully functional code. DeepSeek gives me partially with some modifications, but hey, that's free, right? Okay, let's see what DeepSeek created. Jazzy. Letter match game? What are you doing? Okay. I don't like it. Anyway, DeepSeek loses. It didn't even give me a grid. I need to give it better instructions, I think, or it overthinks or something. Like, what do you mean left? Play your turn, quest, select a letter left. Script. Select letter. Initialize board. Handle letter click. Add letter to board. Select letter push. User letter to push side to uppercase. Add letter to board. Where am I adding it from, bro? Oh, wait, hold on. No, go back. Side 1. Side L. But there's not even an input. AI turn. Display none. AI's turn button. Display. Okay. Odd. Maybe I try to do something completely irrelevant. Anyway, I'm not gonna continue this. I might do it on the side just to see what's gonna happen, but I'm done for today. Or for programming.